So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. This is all I'm going to sit up here and state. Like I told y'all before, I'm going to bring y'all videos that basically prove the point in the things that I'm stating. You have a lot of black men out here that are fathers, that are great fathers. They just don't want to be with the woman, or it didn't work out. But he still comes around. He's still in and or around his child's life. He tries to provide as best as he can. He brings food directly to the child. He brings clothes. He brings money. He spends time with his children. But this video will basically showcase the types of women that are normally out here that want to complain and talk about that black men don't want to do this and black men don't want to do that for their child and how they're deadbeats. These are the types of women that are normally out there complaining, but yet these are the same types of women that will go out there and make it as difficult as possible for a man to be a father to his child.
And day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids at McDonald's though?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like that bogus as hell. Like you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids? You know, I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, how is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
Are you dumb?
I think she's dumb. I think she's dumb.
Are you, like, medically speaking, are you like I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb. I think do you think
she's dumb.
Them are his siblings though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Stop it. Get some help.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring? So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound f***ing dumb.
How is that shit dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. They were your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah, you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah,
like?
they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
Well, damn. Bitch, you guessed it.
No, the I did.
Yes, you did.
You expect me to take care of all the kids? They're not my kids.
Okay, but you still had a baby with me who have kids with other people. I still have other kids.
Why are you recording me?
Because I'm exposing you. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy.
You a good daddy.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're full of shit in this bullshit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child.
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all then. He can't take that shit.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had one or two, I can maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the you all like going to my motherfucking account, spending money on all those kids. Them not my kids.
Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your fucking kids' siblings.
All right, so regardless of however people will feel about this comment, I need black men. I need y'all to be ultra selective about the women that you decide to sleep with and lay down with and procreate with, because very easily this could be you. Stop sleeping with women that you know are bums. No, I don't want to hear anybody else in the comment section talking about, oh, well, men can be bums too. We ain't talking about that. We're clearly talking about this woman and the women that are like her, this clear-cut example. That is a broader picture of a lot of other women out here. That's what we're talking about. Right? So black men, like I said before, be ultra selective and choosy with the women that you decide to associate yourself with, lay down with, and sleep with unprotected, because very easily this could be you. Stop dealing with women who are bums that are not trying to do anything in life but lay on their back, produce kids, and live off of that as some type of a normal income. Let me tell you something. Shout out to all of the fathers out there that's trying to work through all of the nonsense that they got to deal with a lot of the women. Because like I said, this is clear-cut an example of what a lot of black men have to sit up there and go through. This is what does not get talked about. This is what does not get showcased. And the only reason this is showcased is by her own admission. She was like, oh, I'm about to sit up there and expose him. I'm about to have him looking like this and looking like that and looking like this. But really, at the end of the day, she made herself look like the fool. You heard her strictly state that he's not going to eat none of this food because he's not going to eat that in front of his siblings. The man came up with a solution. He was like, all right, solution 1. Take the food into your room, let him eat it. She was like, nah. He was like, okay, then I got you. Bring him outside. I'll give him the food and we can sit up there, eat it in the car. That's technically bonding time. He can sit up there and talk to his son. They can listen to music. They can, sit up there and laugh and joke around. She was like, nah, he ain't about to eat none of that if you ain't going to feed the rest of my kids. The rest of your kids is not his problem. The only child that is a part of the situation is the one biologically that he had with you. Like he sat up there and said, all of those other kids ain't my responsibility, and that's facts. Like he told her, yo, why don't you go talk to those other guys? Where they daddies at? How come they not bringing them food? Like I said, a lot of women out here will do this. To the one dude that they know that is decent, that is good, that they messed up on, they'll sit up there and treat him the worst. But they'll sit up there and treat all the other ones that messed her up, she'll sit up there and treat them like gold. That's why she has all of that mouth, all of that anger, all of that aggression towards him, because she could never sit up there and do that to the rest of the dudes that left her as a single mother. Like I said, there's a reason why she has 3 to 4 kids and ain't none of these guys married her. Ain't none of these guys get engaged to her. Like I said, people got to pay attention. People have to pay very close attention to the situation. Like I said, I wish that more videos would come out like this to basically further showcase how difficult it is for a lot of black men to try their best to be the father, right? With the amount or the length of space that they are basically given. They're not in a relationship. They're not together. More than likely, they were never married, never engaged. They were boyfriend or girlfriend. Things happen in between there. You have a child that comes from that. That man's responsibility is solely due to that child. It is not to any other child out there. And I need for women to stop doing this. Stop trying to put the bearing of 19 billion children that you got on one dude that didn't help you help create all of those kids. Like I said, the only amount of responsibility that black man has is to the child or children he created. If you want somebody to sit up there and take up for the rest of your kids, you better start talking to each one of their fathers that you decided that you selectively slept with and had a relationship with, that you decided that you didn't want to sit up there and keep your legs closed for. Like I said before, it's crazy out here. It's 100% crazy to literally see a woman with the type of logic saying that, well, if all of my children, if your child is the only one eating, then ain't nobody eating. What? So what does that then mean? So that means that when his birthday come around, he got to sit up there and what, get stuff for everybody else's kids because you don't want them feeling a certain type of way. So that means when Christmas comes around, he has to what, buy all the kids gifts because you don't want the rest of your kids feeling a certain type of way. Like I said before, this mother is a bum. She's a 100% bum. You heard what she said. She was like, yo, you know I don't get my food stamps until XY. Why ain't you working? Why don't you have some jobs? Like what's happening out here? There's literally no excuse for a lot of these women out here not to have jobs because let's just say they have kids, right? You can sit up there and have kids, and there's a lot of jobs that you can do remote from home. There's a lot of jobs that you can do from your cell phone, do from a tablet, do from a laptop, do from a PC. There is no excuse why she is solely dependent, why her only main income is solely coming from government. That's ridiculous. That is 100% ridiculous. And like I said before, this is why I'm going to say it because I already know that other people are going to sit up there and say it, right? But this is why a lot of guys, if they can, if they have, a suitable living situation, this is why they should just get automatic custody of their kids. It would just knock everything directly out. Because a lot of these women, they'll hold on to the kids because it's easy income from them. They could just be lazy and they don't got to work for nothing. And I'm just saying facts. Because there's a lot of women out here, like the example that I gave, that don't have a job, that's not working, and that depends on the income from the government, right? By way of child support, right? And then also by way of the other men that she is basically dating. So all you're hearing is that none of the income that's coming into the house is by way of her own willpower, by her own physical being. Like I said, the only person that she exposed and made look foolish is her. And the video did prove that he's a good father because he came there, he gave solutions, and she shut down every single solution. And when he called her out on her nonsense, she wanted to sit up there and try to deflect and throw things back at him. Like I said, she can't even take a simple critique. She up here trying to critique this dude, hoping to get some likes online, to put it on Facebook, to prove to her girlfriends and yada, yada, yada. And she's the only one looking like a fool. But the funniest thing is, usually fools like her run in a flock. So even though there's a lot of proof in this video showcasing the type of man that he is, those same women that are just like her are going to agree that he is the fool and he is not a good father and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, man, you got a lot of crabs in the barrel. You got a lot of people that believe that, wrong is right. And she is one of those people.
Another one.
Also, one more thing for the black women out there that might still come through and here deflect. Let's not play crazy and act like y'all don't know if somebody in your family or an associate or a coworker, somebody out there in public, somebody on social media or whatever it is. There's a broad amount of examples of this type of nonsense that goes on. There's a lot of black women that know other women like this or seen these actions take place or have heard of these actions, or better yet, you got people like that amongst your friends, in your families, and all types of things. Like I said, a lot of women out here know a lot of trifling women. Y'all know women out here that will sit up there and sleep with somebody else's boyfriend, somebody else's fiance, somebody else's husband, so on and so on and so on. So let's stop with the act. Don't try to make it seem like, oh, black women are this and black women. Yo, you got trifling women out there. This woman is clear cut one of them. So like I said, stay on topic and don't deflect because you feel a certain type of way.